Malique, what's happening, sir?
Chilling.
Good. Welcome back on the podcast.
Hell yeah,
Is
good
this
to
the
be
second
back.
or third time you've been here?
Second. I think it's second.
Second. All right, cool. Well,
Yeah,
this is
first time by myself. Last time I was here with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Word to G. Love you, G.
Yeah, she's a little troublemaker. Known her for a long time. Always causing some shit. But yeah, so why don't you go and just say your name, where you're training out of, for the people that don't know who you are?
Marvelous Malique, out of Team Synergy, Auburn.
Yeah, Fitness Quest Auburn.
Yeah, Fitness Quest Auburn. I almost forget that it's like the double thing. So whenever I introduce, it's like Synergy, also Fight Quest. You know what I'm saying? Also Auburn, because they're different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, and there's one in Puyallup that John came on, and
Hell yeah, big dog John.
you guys were there today, right?
Yeah, dude. Fucking John was beating me up today, bro. John was beating me up today. Thank God the bell rang and he fucking got off me.
He told me, he was just like, sometimes I was like, I'll just go past the bell and just hold you down.
Not today,
Not
boy.
today. That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah, I saw him or you, somebody post that you guys were up there. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Malcolm posted it today.
Okay,
Malcolm
dope.
was there. Yeah,
cool.
dude. Malcolm and Coach Ron was there. It was
cool.
great turnout.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool.
For
Is it-
sure.
How was the
A word
face
to
punching?
Malcolm for leaving early, like always. But go ahead.
I was like, how was the face punching? But yeah.
Face punching is awesome, man. I gotta tell you, dude, what really makes that class, and John, of course, is amazing knowledge in putting everything together. But Jake is probably one of the best wrestling coaches I've ever had in my life. And then he's a good wrestling coach. It's like two things. He's a good wrestling coach. You know the difference between like a trainer and a coach?
Yeah, John was on here. Like an instructor versus a coach?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Big difference.
Jake is good at like figuring out what you don't have that will be good for you like going forward. And then he's like good at figuring out like, you did this last week. If we can tweak it like a little bit better this week, you'll get more out of it.
Yeah.
So like Jake is awesome at that, and then also he's really good at like doing wrestling for MMA. That's the kind of the crux, man. Mm-hmm. You can get a lot of guys who are like really good at wrestling, even like their accolades could be better than Jake's, bro. But it's like, do you understand what we need to do like for the sport? You know what I mean? A lot of guys with like really high accolades, like just fucking go and put your head right by their knee. You know what I mean? It's things that work if we're not like throwing strikes.
Specific instruction for technique, yeah.
Yeah, dude. He's really good at understanding like what would work, what won't. You know what I mean? And he does all that before I get there. You know what I mean? So it's just straight instruction. Work to Jake Schwartz.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
John was asking if I was going to have him on the podcast. I would love to. Shout
You
out to Jake
should,
Schwartz,
bro.
if you want to come on, man.
You should.
Yeah, I would
dude.
love to. Absolutely love to.
The whole Schwartz family is crazy, dude. When I first wrestled Jake Schwartz's dad, he's like he's like an older guy, man. I don't know how old maybe he might be in his 50s or 60s. Mm-hmm. Dude, I'm thinking we're just gonna like move around Nancy Pantsy type thing. Uh-huh. He slapped my hand, headbutted me right away.
Yikes. Oh, damn.
He's a rough guy, dude.
Oh, shit. That is rough.
He's a rough, and then like took me down. You know what I mean? He's a
Damn.
He's a rough guy, man. He won silver. Or was it gold? Dude, he's like a multiple-time Masters world champion.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So he's very accomplished too. That whole family's crazy.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's a great coach, being able to also look at what you need, have it, and then develop a quick game plan around it, and to understand not just combat sports, but like in MMA specifically, like how to win in certain situations. Because I think that's a good difference between an instructor and a coach. Because we talk about like put your head by the knee. You know, you're getting instruction on like how to perform this, but coaching somebody on how to win, how to perform overall in a lot of ways, how to develop a strong mindset, a strong motor to go with that mindset. Like in football, we used to call it like a high motor guy. So the guy never takes a play off, never takes a step off. So, like coaching people into that mindset of like how to be there rather than taking a play off or taking a rep off or a half a round or even 10 seconds, you know what I mean? Like, which can cost you the fight.
For sure. And I think for me, the biggest thing, like the biggest difference between I work as a trainer. Like the different thing is like a trainer and a coach. So every day I get there, I do coach some people, I guess, like now. But every day I get there and I teach people things. You know what I mean? I can teach you how to like throw a kick. I'll teach you how to throw a punch. I can show you how to do a triangle.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's a coach's job to think like, you don't have this. What could you need? You know what I mean? It's a coach that's like, you're feeling this. This is what I need you to feel.
Yeah.
You know. So like, I'm doing that a little, man. Because like now I've been training kids, like not just kids, but people for like 2 years now. So there's people that it's the craziest thing ever. I know like a couple people that like that came in not knowing a jab now, and now they're like wanting to take a fight. Yeah. So it's like, ooh,
you know what I mean? Nothing to something, yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of crazy.
No, and it's always a good feeling because you've passed on your knowledge basically at full expense to yourself. Like you're not paid or reciprocated to that typically. You're just offering up your knowledge, and it's that it takes a village. You're growing the combat sports. You're growing the community with that too.
Dude, I gotta tell you though, man, I don't like it. I'll probably I don't like it.
There's times
dude.
I don't like coaching and teaching, but
it's so stressful. And
you're never gonna like every aspect of what you do.
There's almost no reward. I mean, like
more downsides, but then there are upsides. But
for me personally, I know word to JoJo. JoJo's like the best coach, especially with kids, that I've ever seen in my life. And he's found his calling in the world. He's gonna coach like forever.
Yeah,
but to me, dude, when you're like coaching someone, and it feels like I am taking up all the fucking all the risk. You know what I mean? I'm not getting in there myself, but like I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could. You know what I mean? But like they're going out there and they're looking at you for everything, and they trust you. You know what I mean? So they're like, so am I? Can I have a fight? Can I have this? Can I have that? And if I allow this, and the third, then this could happen to them, and then that's my fault.
Accountability.
You know what I mean? There was when Kelvin fought. I taught him from the very beginning. He fought a couple of shows ago. Dude, his first fight ever. His mom was there. His dad was there. Flew to see him. So I'm just back there sweating, dude.
Like, did I do enough as a coach?
Yeah, dude.
I know.
Because once the belt, I can't do anything else. Right. I'm like shouting out there, but it's nothing. You know what I mean?
It's out of your hands at that point.
Yeah, dude.
So that's a great point, and that's what I always say. Once you get in there and it's out of your hands, and I always say this to our fighters, the training or like fight prep and all that performance has to be done outside of the gym or outside of the fight. Like you can't wait till the fight to feel ready. You need to be going in there mentally ready, physically ready, and in a belief state. So believing in your coach. What I don't talk about enough, and I probably should, is that coaches need to do just as much. They need to put your fighter there and get them in as much prep as you can. And there's times where, like, I'll meet up with one of our fighters, hold extra pads, or I send them fucking messages all the time. You know what I mean? Trying to frame the mindset or teach a specific technique, like you said, that you're lacking and stuff like that. But you can really drive yourself nuts when that bell rings, and know that you're telling them stuff, they might even be hearing it, and it might be pulled off, or it might not. Maybe they don't hear a fucking word. You know, like, you just never know. Like, I don't remember what happened. But like, all right, well, we need to fix that.
Oh, man.
I've heard so many different stories. Like, I don't remember what happened in the fight. So they're watching the video. They're like, wow.
Yeah. She goes
happens,
like
so.
crazy squirrel, and then the fight, like, whoa. But she doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah. But, and it's such a whirlwind. You start getting like little flashbacks of what happened in the fight. And I still, when I think about them, I still have those little flashbacks. But, man, for the people, like, they remember everything. They heard it all and stuff. They just couldn't perform. And ones that are just, they're like a video game. Say like 1 2 1 2, and there's pop 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 pop. You never know.
And you don't know until they're in there, dude.
That's why we put them at the smokers. That's why we put them at I know, like we talked earlier, but like the smokers, I think are so important. Just to go in there and get somebody that you know is green and you know it's not going to go on your record. So it's taking away some, not all, but some of the element of the big fight shows. Like the big crowd, the ticket sales, the fucking, all that kind of stuff. Like, this is just us and your coaches and maybe a few close people around getting you in there, get you experience.
Yeah, that's the most, the most important thing.
Get that experience.
The experience. Like, you need what it feels like to have someone in there with you that also wants to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not your training partner.
Yeah. And as a coach, I can't really get that for you. You know what I mean? Because like me and Kelvin used to spar a lot, but it's not the same as like him sparring someone who like doesn't know him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They don't know your little ins and outs. They don't know your mental state.
They don't care about you.
They don't care about it. That's a great point as well. They do not care. They're there for them, not you.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
in the way.
If I'm sparring with one of my students and they like buckle, I'm not gonna kick them when they step back.
Right.
But someone might.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially at those smokers, sometimes you see people wanting to go hard. Like, so we have a rule at our gym. If it's your very first smoker, because they give you the option at West Coast Fight Team, which they're doing another one a week from today. So we got 3 people at Auburn next Saturday. But what we do is, if it's their first time in there, we make them work. So give you the option to work or to bang, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So say me and you are going to go in there. I've never fought before. You've done 2 smokers and I've 1 fight. I'm going to be like, nope, our guy's working. Like, like Mike Crew Jones or whatever would be like, Zach has to work. It's his first time. And then, so as a coach, we take that on our back to be like, no, like, this is what we dictate. Second one, go nuts. Like, we don't give a fuck. If you want to work, if you want to bang, you want to fucking go for the knockout, do it. But that first time, we want you to stay controlled and we don't want you to go in there, first 10 seconds, get lights out. You know what I mean? We want to get you another level of experience before you have that like potential that the lights could go up. And they do a really good a really good job over there at officiating that. If it starts to go too hard, I think it's Ben that's been doing most of the reffing, steps right in, splits them up, does a great job. That's
a good that's always really good with smokers. You don't want anyone to get hurt. You know what I mean?
It looks terrible.
But
it happens.
It does happen. Because there's nothing you can do to
it's
mitigate
a combat
that risk.
Fucking sport, dude.
Yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
No, you're good, dude. The hardest thing for me to remember as like when I'm like training people or coaching people is like they're not me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, I have someone now that like if she's not coming, if she doesn't do the proper things, I'm not gonna let her fight. I'm gonna pull it. You know what I mean?
100%.
But if it was me, and the reason I'm gonna pull it is I don't think she'll be able to like I don't know who the matchup is gonna be, and like there could be like a level that she's not ready for. Right. But if it was me, I'm not pulling shit. Whoever shows up, I'm gonna. But it's not me, dude. You know what I mean?
No,
so Go ahead.
No, that is perfect because that is the next level of preservation for the people that come before you. Because like Crew Jones, what you just said was me in a nutshell. Like I always talk about it. My very first fight was my opponent's 10th fight. So like that's not a preservation thing.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Same.
No shins, nothing. Kickboxing.
What's up? Yeah.
But that is I am here to fight. I'm here with a purpose. This is why I started. The people that kind of dabble and kind of like steamroll, maybe I'm ready.
Yeah.
In and out, like that is something that you need to be all in or all out.
I agree.
If you're gonna be a competitor fighter, like if you're gonna test the waters, maybe not.
I agree.
But
totally agree.
But if you're doing the test the waters thing, and you're potentially going, like you just said, with somebody that could take your head off, that's where as a coach you're like, and that's matchmaking too. That's the fine line. Because actually, again, Jonathan Haynes, it was fucking great having him on, but said like a lot of gyms have one or two people handling everything. The coaching duties, the matchmaking, the fight training, the actual classes, signing people up for memberships, and what else? You know what I mean? Name it. Fucking being the janitor of the fucking gym, all that kind of stuff. Being a communicator between all that stuff. And you can't just communicate in the hours that you're at the gym. You know what I mean? You have to shoot messages off and all that shit. So taking extra, that's just you taking extra on your plate to make sure that somebody else is well taken care of. That's matchmaking, man.
But just like you said, if it's my destiny, then you don't care.
Right.
But if it's like you gotta judge like this person's like a mom, or Kelvin got like school,
Other high
what I mean?
priorities.
Yeah. Oh, but speaking of John Haynes, man, you guys did a great podcast a little while ago.
Thank you,
with
man.
Brody.
Yeah.
I just want to, if I can, I just want to push back a little bit on what you guys like know, because like not saying anything you guys said was wrong at all, but like I have like a different perspective because I came here to do MMA from South Carolina, so like the way I experienced like Washington MMA is different than you guys who like grew up here.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Norm to us, yeah.
So like, one, dude, every day I'm fucking hella grateful to that and that I'm here. One, there's a couple of things that differentiate here and back home. One is like the amount of training partners. You know what I mean? You guys said like the amount of like good guys is like sparing. Like one gym might have a good guy or two good guys.
Couple, yeah,
but it's not like Fortis with like 25 pro fighters. For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think you would be, but to be 100% fair, I think you would be hard pressed to find that outside of like Texas,
that's a special situation.
Florida,
You find those pro schools that are like, we are UFC affiliated or like high level gym affiliated.
You would be pressed to find that. And then like within that, I'm sure John will tell you that you might not have got into it, but like injuries happen. You know what I mean? When you're like you're not the big fish in the pond and there's other fucking sharks swimming in that fish, you know what I mean? And injuries happen. So that's one thing, but here there's always that they might not be super good, but you don't need everyone to be as good as you to like to build skill.
No, that's not how it works. Correct. Yeah.
So it's actually kind of detrimental if everyone in the shit is as good as you if you want to get better.
Well, yeah. Then it just becomes like you have to have different levels.
You're like battling all the time,
and you're making other people better, and they're making you better.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Iron sharpens iron.
that. So home, there's really only a couple of like promotions. There might be more now, but when I left, there was like one really big promotion for like South Carolina. It was Conflict. Word to Jared. But so here, let's say use COGA for an example.
Right.
I'm gonna be at COGA January 31st. Catch me out there.
Joe DeRobio and Omar. I will be there as well.
I can't remember the name of the guy I'm fighting, but
I was actually going to ask you that, but there it is.
There it is. What's his name? You doing?
I don't know.
I know a lot about him, just not his name.
Maybe we could get somebody to look it up.
I fight too often, dude. Just fucking can't remember all their names. You know what I mean? So, what were we talking about before that? We're talking about the
fight promotion. You only have like one big one available.
So let's use COGA.
Okay.
So Conflict is like the COGA of like South Carolina, right?
Okay.
So there's like a big promotion where they're like they have a lot of fighters and they're pulling like big shows, you know. But here, COGA is not like the only one. You know what I'm saying? You've got fucking
one
War
almost every weekend. Sometimes you got a bunch on each.
Yeah, dude. And they're not just like little shows. No. So exactly, you've got like War. You've got Excite Fight. You know what I mean? So like, but back home, it's just Conflict. There might be like a little show they put on like a gym or something, or a little show somewhere else. And shit, you know what I mean? But if you want to get like the recognition with like followers and Instagram reels, and you're gonna want to fight for Conflict. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Georgia, it's like the NFC. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Georgia, Tennessee, it's like the NFC. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's like, if we have guys here that have at my gym, they have like 4 or 5 fights that have never left Washington.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back home, that'd be impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love that. That was the only way I got like 8 fights in my amateur career when I moved here, and I went to Portland like twice. Yeah. So they're all just like right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love that about fighting here.
Yeah.
Let me think. And you guys also talked about like I can't remember anymore, but
okay, it's all good. Well, actually, I want to touch on something you just said.
Go ahead.
So my question is, in South Carolina, the area, obviously, well, Pacific Northwest is very densely populated, especially the I-5 corridor running from Vancouver, Canada, basically like the border all the way down to motherfucking, California. But the Pacific Northwest specifically, like from, I would say, Olympia, state capital-ish, all the way up to like Arlington, Everett, that kind of area. You got a lot of gyms, and there's a lot of gym shows, and then there's a lot of bigger fights at the casinos. Like, I mean, at least like 10, 12 a year.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? And all the casino shows up here are pro-am. There's no solid pro-only cards. But I think that's a good thing, because we got a lot, like, to your point, we do have a lot of upcoming and high-level amateur guys that are ready to go pro. And if you take them out to certain other, maybe more rural areas, you're like, and they dominate the amateur scene, displacement, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? You're not pro? So I hear that as well. So kind of to John's point, like, yes, we're not big like that area in Texas. I believe that is you can go either way. Like, you can kind of find yourself there, or a lot of people, they specifically pack up their vehicle, whatever they fucking have, and they go there. And they find a way to live, because that is their destination. Like how we talked about in the beginning. If I'm all in, I don't give a fuck what my opponent's got. Like, I'm here for me, right? Up here in Washington, we have the availability, because of how many fight shows and stuff, like to your point, to just bounce around. We can pick and choose, you know what I mean? It isn't one big show that you're only going to get seen on, and it happens, once or twice a year, maybe a few times a year. But those cards fill up quick too. Like, they're going to get to pick and choose as a promotion, rather than being like, they need you to want to fight on their card. They need people to want to fight on their card, but everybody already wants to fight and not travel. Everyone wants to be the hometown hero too. Mm-hmm. So when there isn't really that availability, and like you came up here and you're like, okay, this is a great spot for this. Now, I've always been a big fan of the hometown shit, Sway City Muay Thai. But there are definitely skill gaps that I've seen. It's not the way it was a few years ago. A few years ago, I saw like a big skill gap. So like higher level pros, especially like coming out of COVID, that whole kind of time, and sometime like maybe even right before, but a big disparity in between the skill gap for like guys first like really getting the ball rolling versus guys that are already really established. Big skill gap, and now it's like butted up against each other. So I feel like I've been saying, one of my favorite things, and you'll be at this show, is like you got Dagestan coming to Washington. You know what I mean? In my opinion, the Pacific Northwest is one of the biggest and most competitive combat sports area in the United States. And because of the fact that we have so many fucking shows, we have so many people wanting to fight, like those shows are not struggling to find fighters. Like there's fighters in abundance up here, from beginners to fucking high level.
Hit me up, dude. I'm fucking available.
Yep.
Yeah.
Who's doing your matchmaking?
Ron Pittman.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. He's the best. So right now I'm just booked for January, but I'm hoping to get on one of the WFC cards in March. So
okay.
We'll see how that turns out.
Okay. Do you know what location they're scouting for the WFC? Was that
for March? They're at the Ilani.
Ilani, yeah. Or A-Lene.
Is that?
It's A-Lene, yep. So just because Eddie Blackburn told me. So Eddie was like, it's actually the A-Lene. Well, because, he's working with them. He wants to make sure it's pronounced right and stuff like that.
Shit, dog. I had no idea.
Well, it's spelled Ilani. It's all I's and one A. It looks like Ilani.
There's hella weird names up here, bro.
Yeah, it's Native American. Yeah.
Dude, it's just where I'm from, there's just not that many Indians. So I'm like, oh, Native American, my bad. So it's hard for me to catch them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean, up here, it's like the exact opposite.
Like Puyallup. Puyallup.
Yeah, like a church pew. P-E-W, like pew.
Yeah, bro.
Puyallup.
I've never.
But I troll people, even though I'm out here, I say Puyallup.
Dude, when I looked at it the first time, I've never seen like a Y in the middle of a word.
Nobody knows how to spell that. So I'm a little older. I'll be listening to the radio, or I used to listen to the radio a lot, just like driving around like for work, right? And then you turn on the fucking radio, and they're like, "Oh, Puyallup," or whatever. They don't know how to fucking say it either. It's only if you're from here do you know how to say it.
For sure. Yeah. Bro, I remembered what the other thing I want to talk about from the John podcast, dog.
Yeah.
You guys talked about. You guys didn't say it like this. It was like you got to have like belief. You used it as like belief, like the belief in oneself, the belief that like I can do something. I don't know how it's gonna end, but I believe it's gonna turn out good
like
for me.
Like the faith. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, bro. You're talking. Have you noticed, bro? You don't really see like lots of like atheists doing MMA really well. You know what I mean?
100%. Did you hear the part where I said about my dad? So my dad always said, like, ain't no atheist in a foxhole. Because, like, when you're under fire, and you have no hope, like, that is your next level hope.
Yeah.
There's...
Yeah.
And, it's because my stepbrother is like, I'm an atheist or whatever. And my dad would be like, military guy, fucking sergeant dad. But, like, and this is, like, he's Vietnam era. Mm-hmm. So like
seen some shit.
A lot of death. Yeah, but he didn't go. He wasn't active duty, but or active combat, I should say. But still.
Thank God. Yeah.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't be here if he was. But his next door neighbor, his best friend was, and he's like 90% disability, like taken care of. Not that that's what you want to go for, but like he was dropped into the shit, as they would call it. Yeah. Yeah. That's some wild shit.
For sure.
My mom was like all obsessed with Vietnam. It's fucking so weird. Military family.
Yeah, my mom was in the military too, but she wasn't like a...
My mom wasn't in the military. She just watched a lot of Vietnam shit and read a lot about it.
She didn't fight or nothing. So, thank God.
Yeah, you might not be here.
But we were talking about having faith.
Having faith.
Dude, I've seen I've seen so many people, bro, way better than me, not made it this far. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like just like you guys were saying before, something happens and then they can't. They need like proof of a thing. They need to know like a short. They need to feel it in their hands. You know what I mean? That it's gonna work out. That this is the right path. Mm-hmm. But bro, if you're a believer, you don't have to have that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would say belief will change your world, change everything about you. Like all you have to do is, and I'm not telling anybody like to believe in like God specifically or even anything specific, but find something that you do believe in. A lot of times when you start to believe in something, it branches out to other belief.
For sure. But dude, I have to say that I feel like people who are like hardcore, I was like this when I was like young. People who are hardcore atheists, bro, are kind of annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can be. People that are hardcore about God can be annoying too.
True.
Any like overly hardcore message, I think.
Because how do you know?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, outside of the feeling and the belief, right? And the faith.
Exactly.
Like
so
you don't have concrete proof. So there's both sides of that shit.
No, yeah. So me, someone, I have faith in God, right? Mm-hmm. But like, I don't have like, I don't know like for sure that fucking your shit's not real. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just know mine is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're fucking so sure of if you're so sure of a thing that you're willing to like discredit other people, it's kind of strange. You know what I mean?
Because you're so sure of something that, to your point a moment ago, somebody that doesn't have like that concrete evidence. You have the faith over the evidence. Mm-hmm. If you're operating on faith, it's like, well, I don't have faith that you can operate that way, though. You know, or on some level. But one thing I will say is like, organized religion can be very pressing, like in their tactics. Like you need to join us in like a certain aspect. You know, Christianity or whatever it is. I grew up Catholic for a little bit, or like my grandmother was Catholic, so basically it in turn makes you that way. But like you see like religious wars and stuff like that. There's a lot of, I don't know, there's just a lot of differences, right? I'm losing track of what I was saying mentally, so.
You're cool.
But
you were saying like, just because like having faith in a thing is not the same as like having faith in like your thing.
Okay, yeah. Well, I was also saying the conflict of like different religions and stuff like that. But because there's different religious beliefs, and if it's like you're wrong for believing this one, you're right for believing this one.
But my thing is, dude, how do you fucking know?
You don't, so and that's like, why like there's that difference. There's that like anybody. There's no. We found it. This is it. This is like okay. We've disproven everything else that hasn't happened. So believe what you like, and belief will change the world. People that believe in God, Buddha, Allah, believe that there is not some. That belief shapes how they fucking operate. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like
for sure. And I
it's like your algorithm.
And I feel that. I was just saying that the people who like, there's got to be like I think there's like a heavenly balance, bro, or a thing where like if you put too much into a thing, it spills over. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You get like too much faith, bro. It becomes like, or I think atheists like believe in faith, have faith, but they just have faith that God's not real. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like the same thing.
Okay.
But so you have like too much in that cup, bro, and then you kind of like ruin it.
Yeah.
You know, like I think atheists, Buddhists, Christians, they all have like points. Right. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if you overfill the cup, then it's like, then you get to like a place where like you're I remember you said like the wars, like the religious wars. Mm-hmm. That's how you get to a point where you're like, I'm ordering fucking 100,000 Christians to go like retake the fucking Holy Land.
Yeah.
You know, that's like
Crusades
a
and shit, yeah.
bit too much.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, now you're using your belief in a power over other people rather than letting them believe.
Power over yourself.
Yeah, power over yourself. Well, and allowing people to be themselves. And to a lot of people have to worship their own way. You know what I mean? Or if they don't, or you know what I mean? Whatever it boils down to, some people need that structure to like show up and be taught like this is the path to go down for religion, for whichever path it is, like any name of religion. And there's some people that choose to operate outside of that, but with faith. And that's kind of where I find myself. It's like I don't go to church, and my grandmother being Catholic, and then I was getting babysat by like hardcore Christians, and there's like a few little intricacies that don't line up exactly. So they do, for the most part, they do, but just being able to see both sides of it. Like I wasn't supposed to ask questions at the church at the Catholic church.
Rough.
So it was like weird being that I was always told to ask questions, and so it's like all of a sudden I'm not. So just what does that do? Why am I not supposed to ask questions? You know, it sparks more questions, and I believe that we are above reproach, above questioning. That's where I start to draw the line.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's like no. You like I do have the faith, but like it shouldn't be above having a discussion about it.
That's people though. That's
Right.
like the place you went to and the people
But
you
that
talked
could be
to.
people in a leadership role.
Oh, for sure,
inside
for sure.
of those facets. And I'm not calling out any
No,
religion.
me neither.
It could be at the gym. It could be one
Yeah.
person dictating too much, and then people are going to be like, this is too much for me, and they're going to go elsewhere. It doesn't mean that they change their belief or their combat sports belief, right? But they could stay in and maybe find a different avenue.
And then if you think about like what religion or like faith does to a person, like what you're getting from it, it's discipline or the power over oneself, right? So like just like if you go to like a gym and you're like, man, I don't fucking like the coach, man. I don't like how things are going down.
Yeah.
You can fucking go and YouTube like the moves, right?
Yeah.
Then you're learning how to do the moves without the dogma of the facility. You know what I'm saying? And that's like the same thing as you're saying as like not going to church, and you're still getting the effect, like the control over yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to have that disseminated to you for you to learn it.
That would, in my opinion, that boils down to like an independent fighter, in my opinion. Would you agree? Like, all right, so you get one of my
Kind of. Dude, I'll fuck an independent fighter up, bro.
And so that's what. But now, see, like in your discipline, right? And so,
yeah.
And if they step into your discipline, like if I went to another Christian church or a Catholic church, they're gonna fuck me up in their Catholic ways. I'm gonna be like, I don't know shit about this. Like you guys know your shit, and the fact that I don't know mine.
But
So,
they
like,
only know like scripture and.
But I'm in their realm though. Was what I'm saying.
For sure,
It's like,
for sure. I see what you're saying. But
if they came here, they wouldn't be able to preach that shit. They're gonna be having a totally different conversation. You get what I mean?
But I wonder if it kind of doesn't correlate exactly.
Not
Because
exactly.
you could,
It's
like,
loosely translated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could be you could not go to church, bro, and everything you know about God you have through a personal connection, but you have like a deep control over yourself. You know what I'm saying? But a motherfucker could be they're at church every Sunday, they're singing in the choir, they have terrible self-control. You know what I'm saying? And they're awful at it.
And anywhere in between.
It's not exactly a one-to-one.
It's
if I
personal.
find like
Personal.
a dude, if I'm trying to fight a dude, and I'm like, he doesn't train anywhere, he's in training, I'm fucking him up, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, who got this match? Who matched this up?
So it's not exactly the same.
No, I
thing.
know. It was just a way to me to fucking throw that out. But speaking of matchups, January 31st.
Oh, yep.
Do you know
We gotta get that guy's name eventually.
Well, sorry. Do you know what Jimmy trains out of?
Oh yeah, he's from DS Combat. I was supposed to fight his little homie a couple times. We were like signed to find. I don't know that they're friends, but they train together, so they're from the same spot. we were signed to fight twice. Once when we were amateurs at the end of the COGA tournament, and then another time when we at our earlier in this year when we only had one fight or whatever.
Okay.
But he pulled out both times, so now I'm fighting the big bro. So it's a better fight.
Good. I mean, you don't want a bad fight.
Yeah.
And this is your third your fourth or fifth?
It's my fifth
pro fight?
It's been busy. It's been busy this year.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, busy.
Not as busy as I'd like now that I'm pro, but because the last, dude, I think I've been more active than anyone I've ever met. And the last year I fought 5 times. The year before that it was 8 times. The year before that it was 8 times.
Yeah, that's actually. I mean, if you want to be high level and be a real fighter, that's about the frequency that you're looking for. It was between 8's a lot. 8 is a lot of times in a year. 6 times is about the medium, I would say. 4 to 5 times is like staying active. Anything less, even 3 times isn't bad. 1 to 2,
3, you can't do anything on 3, man.
But I mean, but you can still build if it's like an off year and you only got 3 fights
got injured or something,
or like maybe you were ready a whole bunch and then fights just kept dropping and these 3 went through because that's happened to me and stuff. So it's like it just depends on the situation. It's very situational, but keep that frequency up. I was just talking about this the last couple weeks. It's like we're going into 2026. If you want to be a high-level fighter, if you have aspirations to fight, you better fucking get on it now because waiting till you feel ready is too late.
That's stupid, dude.
That whole, I'm going to feel ready, that's not going to show up. By the time you feel ready, your dreams are past. Show up and do it now. Don't fucking wait till you feel ready. That's a feeling, not an actual preparation.
It doesn't fight day. Like how I feel is like the least of my concerns. I don't really care about what I do.
Yeah. Again, feelings versus your mission. You know, like how do I feel about this today? Like that's gonna change. It could change every fucking 30 seconds. How you feel. But when you have something that goes beyond how you feel, I think that really helps to motivate you. Not even motivate you, but it keeps you disciplined when the motivation dwindles. For sure.
And I'm really looking forward to this fight because I'm like, now I think I'm locked into what this life is like, has like got in store for me. I've it's my second year as a pro now. I kind of like, it's not a surprise to me. Like feeling like the 5 minutes is not new. Like doing, like I've got my weight cut dialed in always. Like I just kind of know what to expect now. I've been doing this for a minute, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like it's coming into my own, you know.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Yep. Well, you're gonna see another time on January 31st at COGA.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We got something hopefully planned where I'll be there.
Cool.
If not, we also have currently matched. We got Isaac at the Muckleshoot January 31st. I can't remember the name of the promotion because there's so many.
That's the Iceman, right?
Yeah, Iceberg.
Yeah,
Iceberg
yeah.
choked his last opponent to sleep. I loved it. That was at Brian Johnson's. You guys were there.
His first finish, right?
Is it his first finish? I don't know. He's been doing it for so long. I think so because he's got 1 kickboxing, 2 MMA. But yeah, that was beautiful.
Nothing like the first time.
Sank it right in. He's so stoic too. He's just sitting there like this. I remember looking at his face. He's like,
I bet he was hard as shit.
Like you look like you were smelling a fart. He's just like,
nah, he's feeling himself.
No, he's like, there's no way he's still yeah. He's like
feeling
hot
himself.
And then, but actually, it's funny because I went to the scrapyard on the 20th of December, and his opponent was there, the one that he took to sleep, and he was like, oh man, it's like, yeah, Isaac's tough, dude. I knew it was gonna be a tough fight, and Isaac opens up with this. He walks out into the spinning back kick. That's not something we teach. Yeah, we're like, don't ever throw those. I don't teach much in the spin. It's a good one, but dude catches it, and he's hopping around. Isaac's just giving these little uppercuts in the eye, basically, and then that's when they go down, and he's just sinking his choke. So, but he said he went out like that. So he was probably 2 seconds before he was out. He's conscious to unconscious. Like, yeah, Isaac's been training for a long time since he was a little kid. The guy, it's actually a title fight. So his 4th fight
Sweet.
as an amateur is a title fight at the Muckle Shoot against a guy that's, I believe, it'll be his 6th fight. He's 5-0, I believe, currently. So it's going to be a tough fight. It's going to be good. Isaac's currently training with us, Vital and Street Sook Muay Thai in Fife, and training at Ludasport with Drew Ruckenshire.
Sweet.
Kind of double dipping because we don't have the biggest MMA program. We're pretty much Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu at this point. We do have a couple, like, Rob Carlin.
Yeah. Drunk Rob.
We're trying to work and put together a match for Brian Johnson's card right now. So, in communication, we're doing our diligence on his potential opponent. But he could be fighting there, too. Love to see Rob get back in. He's another one, like, can't fight once a year. Can't fight once a year. I love Rob, but get in there.
Thing, though. Just like we said, everyone's got, like, a different... Dude, MMA is my destiny. That's, like, all I'm doing right now. Mm-hmm. But Rob has, like, fucking... well-paying job. He's got a wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, and that's fine. Like, if you're casual, you're not doing that. Like, take your fights where you can get them, where you're right, where you feel comfortable. If you want to do something with this, you have to be more frequent. I don't know how anybody's going to get their 10 fights in 10 years.
There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that doing that is bad. You know what I'm saying? That's like the majority of my training partners, they're like doing...
How else are you going to fucking pay for life?
Yeah.
Like this, again, go back to that UFC gym or go to one of these gyms that have barracks or bunks, you know what I mean? To where you can actually go and stay there. And... shit gets a lot more real because you wake up and you're around your fucking training partners and they're all eating clean and shit and they're all in competitive mode. Not waking up at home, oh, do I even want to get out of bed? Or whatever it looks like, you know what I mean? You're in your personally built comfort zone or maybe lack thereof. At those places, bro, it's like you're sleeping for rest. You're not sleeping for comfort. You're not relaxing much. You're in competition mode and it's usually the whole time you're awake. So, again, like, those high-level gyms, now those are destination gyms, like I said, in my opinion. Because maybe not all of them, you can find yourself there. Think about the gyms, the old school ones, where you have to do, like, a tryout to enter certain gyms. Like, to me, I've heard that plenty of times, but that's not something I've heard of much here.
And then I almost went to, like, Florida or,
Florida's
like New Mexico before I came here.
I'm saying New Mexico?
Yeah,
fucking with you. I didn't know there was a New Mexico. Just fucking with you.
No, but cause of that Fortis thing, man. Where like I was like, maybe I should be at a gym where there's like 20 pros or whatever. But I decided against it, dude, because I was like, I didn't want to get like lost in the shuffle. You know what I mean? So
be a feeder fish or something like that.
Anything like that.
Well, because you need to develop still too.
Yeah.
And if you're just getting pummeled on and not getting developed.
And so at gyms like that, you don't get much attention. You know what I mean? Especially if you're like a new guy.
I know.
So
it's hard to give anybody enough attention.
I like being at a small gym where there's like not. I guess Synergy is not super small now. We got like 5 or 6 pros. You know what I mean? But like.
That's a good amount.
Yeah, like 5 or 6 pros. We all like.
And
we
you guys have tough
good
pros. You got
attention.
Cameron, you got Dylan, you got fucking JoJo.
Savages.
Yeah.
Savages.
I mean, but again, this is like that's a smaller version of what Jonathan was mentioning. Is that you're gonna get those people that come together, and it's your regular training partners and stuff like that. If you're gonna show up and you got 2 dudes that don't know how to fucking fight, you're gonna be teaching them more than training yourself.
South Carolina, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
And you get, and then how much time do you find yourself helping them and then they disappear? Versus spending the time on yourself to get you your goal. And that's why I fully understand fighters, especially pros, you need to be selfish. You need to be. And this is kind of one of my things, you can be a coach and be a fighter. But fuck, it's hard.
Nope, I don't think so. I guess you can.
You can, but it's like it's a double or triple commitment and investment.
Other people can, not me.
And so as a coach now, I'm glad I'm not in a competitive state anymore, because I would have to shift out of I'm here to help everybody. Everyone's coming up. They all need a very specific thing. You need something that's unique to you. They need something that's unique to them. Now I got to turn that off and be like, all right, it's only my time. And I see people do it. And I see people do it well, but it takes another level of dedication to your craft. Now, if you have the 10 to 12 hour job or the 8 hour a day job and a home life, and now you're coaching as well as fighting, hopefully professional, like, you're going to overload. There's a sacrifice that's going to come. And that's why I don't like, I don't say I don't think that it can happen, but I don't really like it when a fighter needs to focus on themselves, but is focusing more on other people. Or like, I think there should be a separation. Not that you can't do it, but that's the way I would want, if I owned a big gym, something like Synergy or Fitness Quest, and there was a bunch of moving parts. Be like, I want my pro fighters to be able to focus on their pro fights. You can help coach, be a coach, especially like helping to apply your knowledge, but that needs to be 10% of what you're putting in, dude, max.
I don't know how people do it. I know some people do, like, word to JoJo. He's like I said, the best coach ever, dude. Because he was more active than me last year, and he coached the whole time.
I know. I was watching him. I was like, damn, you're fighting like every other week.
Dude, fuck, man.
How do you fight 5 weekends in a month? There's only 4 weekends.
Come on, JoJo. When I fight, bro, I cancel my class. I'm not coming. You're not coming. We're not. Don't. If you see me at the gym, don't talk to me. Yeah, that's what I'm doing when I'm fighting. But
seen it plenty.
That's not it's not everybody, bro. If you can do it, God bless you. But I'm big on the selfish part. You know what I mean?
And I'm big on, as a coach, I'm big on being selfless. And so having to make those switches would be difficult.
Which is why I'm not going to coach. We came full circle.
Yeah. Fucking, once you retire and you're like, I'm going to coach these motherfuckers now.
No. Once I retire, I'm going to do something different. There's like a million things in the world to do.
Go retire to fucking the beach in Costa Rica.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Teach them MMA on the beach, boy.
Fuck no, dude. Dude, there's like a million things in the world to do, man. Besides, so you don't want to.
So after your pro fight career is done, you don't want to stay in the sport. You want to be done with fight. I
might do jujitsu to like stay in shape. You know.
Really, but you don't want to like. Okay.
I don't want to coach.
There's a lot of people that say that, but like for some reason you surprise me.
Oh yeah.
You seem like you would want to.
Dude, I'm so locked in, but no, fuck that.
Maybe like, not kids, but like.
No. Dude, I'm so
like
locked in.
Like a fight team of kids. I could see you being hard on a fight team with teenagers and be like, motherfucker, crashing out like Rampage.
I was almost a school teacher, so maybe I'll go back and I'll like teach people other things.
Teach PE?
No,
PE teachers are hot women.
Dude, now. I was gonna teach.
Not like when I was a kid.
It'd be cool to teach like English to like high schoolers. You know what I mean? Or like
that's bold. That's a bold statement. You ain't teach me shit in high school. I'm probably not even gonna show up.
I could get you to read Macbeth.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'd get you to enjoy it too. I promise.
You'd be that teacher, and I'd be like, hell yeah, and then I'd be like, I got high as fuck at lunch and didn't show up to your class. So you'd be like, I was gonna teach you. You'd be all enthusiastic. We'd be like, I fucking skipped school. I was high.
Yeah.
So that would be me. So unfortunately. It took me growing up to find something I was actually passionate about, and that's fighting.
Sure.
So
I get that too. It's hard to get as I teach like people now that are like just coming in to like workout or whatever. The hardest thing is getting their attention. You know what I mean? Yeah. One, but dude, there's like a million things in the world to do. I would feel I would feel like sad if I died, bro, and I only did MMA my whole life. You know what I mean?
So I kind of feel the opposite. I feel blessed to be like a specialist in Muay Thai.
For
like
sure.
I don't want to like other people. You can say whatever you want, but like having invested so much time in Muay Thai, like I feel so blessed to be able to pass that on. Like that and so it would be great to like have, like I was saying, like a big orchestrated gym, but then you're not hands-on. So I I don't know where I would fall necessarily in that, but you make a great point of like, maybe go sail around the world. Maybe you can go fucking.
Who the fuck knows?
You could, be a badass fisherman and take people out in the Atlantic and be a fishing charter.
Yeah,
and,
dude.
like you could fucking be a trapeze artist. I don't know. Like,
Dude, another life ago, I thought I was gonna be like
all the weird shit, like auto mechanic, fucking white collar worker.
Dude,
no trapeze.
anything
artist,
in the world,
shark
bro.
hunter, bro.
That's fucking that is crazy. And sharks is wild business.
Yeah.
But anything in the world you could do, bro. I feel like it's like almost like another life ago. I was like I graduated with my literature degree, and I took the LSAT. That's like the college.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Word. So I did pretty good, bro. But I ended up not doing well in my internship. So fucking I quit that. I never went back to it. So I'm just, who knows what you could do in the future, bro. I just feel like and I'm so into MMA right now that like when I'm done in like 10 years, or I'm almost 30, god damn it. But after I'm done, dude, I just want to spread my wings, bro. Just try different things.
I like that because you need that. Like the world needs everything. It needs all of us, and you're gonna have a lot to pass on. So like, you're gonna be able to go back out into the world after that, but you're gonna still be that MMA fighter that's out in the world. And so like I always say, fucking life outside of fighting, and
Doesn't feel like it sometimes.
well, it's a lifestyle
until
it's not anymore. Mm-hmm. And my lifestyle, I'm like I said a moment ago, I'm blessed to have been in Muay Thai for almost 15 years. Know what I know, blessed to meet the people, the community. This is the life I found for myself outside of fighting. But it's not for everyone. Like you're talking about, like you don't want to coach. But you're gonna find something out there that's gonna be your next MMA, your next lifestyle. And you'll have that. But what you learn now and what you bring now, you might lose like the polished skill set of doing it every day, but you're never gonna lose the knowledge and the ability. Like the fight's never gonna leave here. It just leaves here or whatever. It'll come back after a little bit, like you get a little rusty, scrub
Somebody
that
try
rust
you at
off.
Walmart, you just fuck them up.
That scares the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
You crack somebody and they're bleeding out the back of the head on the ground, and you're like, oh, my lifestyle's about to change again.
That's why you do jujitsu, bro. If someone tries me at Walmart, I can fuck them up and everyone goes home okay.
You hope. Like, I'm not, that's such a fucking fine line.
I'll grab you. And I'm fucking a random guy, so I'll grab you and there's nothing they can do. You know what I mean?
Fucking I was at Emerald Queen, and I'm walking in one day, and Omar from COGA comes running out the door. I'm fucking, fucking walking, just not paying attention. Like, just not locked in. I'm walking in, and the last second I see him running out, I'm like, about to elbow him. It's like, oh, shit. But
if you turn your back on Omar, he for sure will try to like wrestle you.
Yeah, Omar's the homie though. Omar's like, we were fucking around when we were to the scrapyard. He's like, no. Like, not trying to get kicked by you.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, Omar's the homie. Like, I love talking to that guy. But yeah, shout out to Omar. He's been putting a lot together for helping me out. We in a lot of ways. Him, Joe. So looking forward to doing more stuff at COGA.
For sure.
Just like you, January 31st.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to beating someone's ass at COGA.
Now, tell me a quick, before we're almost at cutoff time. How's training camp been?
Intense.
Word
to John, man.
John
lately,
who?
John Haynes.
Oh, okay.
Especially in those practices.
John 316. My bad.
Weird. Dude, I'm hitting this, a lot changes in training when you're not just you're not like trying to win the drill. I'm trying to like be okay at the end of practice. You know what I mean?
So leave me enough to get home.
So like winning the drill is not important to me. Like fucking
you're not
your
going
ass.
to. Yeah.
No. I win the drill sometimes,
Yeah,
but that's not like
That's not why you're there.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying to beat your ass, dude, and not get my ass beat. The way that's the way I win the drill is not to get my fucking ass beat. You know what I mean? To do it to you. So it's just fucking. That's every day, especially with like Dylan Potter in the gym now.
Yep.
You know, Cam sparring again. Fuck, dude, it's it's intense, bro.
Good.
We're doing.
You need that so that you can polish and level up. Like you have to have that high level of competition to hit those next levels. It's just no way around it. Tough rounds. That's where you start to separate yourself as like that beginner. Like you're in a pro situation now. It's like your only way to go is to continue to go up. Start to go down. That's where most people just call it.
Yeah.
You know. So good on you for keeping grinding. Who do you want to give some shout outs to before we wrap up?
Shout out to Synergy, everybody back home. Shout out Ron.
Yep.
Did what you said, dog. Yeah, I think that's it, man. Shout out my girlfriend, G.
Yep, she's cool. She's our spectator right over here. She's not going to be on camera, but she has been sitting right there. So, but yeah, man, thank you again for coming on. Looking forward to seeing you on the 31st. I know we got a lot still to talk about. We could keep going, but you know, we're trying to keep it short because everybody's got plans here.
Yeah,
Saturday night.
Yeah, dude, Saturday night. I can't wait, man. I'm really excited to see. Really excited to see what I can do. Every time I feel like I'm hitting a new level, and I haven't felt like this since like I was like an amateur with like 2 or 3 fights. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if you ever like
the momentum is really building.
Oh, not even that, man. You know when, fuck. Do you remember when like you like learned a new move? Like you learned your left kick finally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm wondering what this feel like. What it feels like to like land it on someone.
Like it's
hard.
finally working.
I want to see what it feels like. You know what I mean? So I'm excited.
Good. I want to see you go out there and put on a dominant performance. I know I can't remember your opponent either, but I remember somebody was saying it's a tough opponent.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, a good opponent. So I'm not going to be able to repeat that. Say it one more time louder. McKinden Adeyemi. Okay. So we're looking forward to.
He got some good names on his record, man. He beat some good guys. He beat Sharon. He beat Matt Yusei.
Okay.
So I'm looking at him.
Okay.
He's gonna get taken out.
Good.
For sure.
You definitely got a good team around you to help get you there. So keep grinding. You got a couple more weeks. How's the weight cut going?
Weight cut's going good, man. I'm slimming down.
Yeah. You don't look all like miserable.
We
like
were
the last
just
couple
started.
All right. I'm glad we got the podcast in now. That's again. So Omar's trying to put together getting Luther on the Terrifier. So they're doing. He's fighting a Dagestani opponent. But
I'm jealous, bro.
There's a couple
Everyone, I want to fight a Daggy,
bro. Fuck Dagestan, come to Washington. That's my new slogan,
Daggy, man.
Like I'm not.
Everyone
saying,
gets
like,
to fight a
Dagestan,
Daggy, but me. I think there's one at 55. I'll get my hands on soon.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Word to Luther. When you see him, let him know I'm jealous.
I don't know him personally, so
What?
Omar's putting it together.
Yeah,
so we're trying to put it together.
He's a West Coast guy, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or is he still at West Coast? Or I thought Omar said he. I don't know. I don't want to say anything because I'm not 100% sure. But yeah,
I don't know either.
I mean, I'll be at West Coast next weekend. So
For sure.
For the Smoker, we got 3 people on it. So that'll be. If you guys are out there, West Coast Fight Team, the 10th. Today is the Saturday. I'm not sure which day I'll get this up. Probably Monday or Tuesday.
Coolio.
So it's better release time typically. But yeah, it'll be in the morning coming up this week. So everybody that's interested, be able to tune in.
All right, man.
Get plenty of podcast clips out for you. All right, brother. This was a
Appreciate it.
pleasure. Thank you.